Alrighty then, I think we are going here. Alright. So, I figured out the issue with the plastic that I was having last time. And it turned out the Oritech plastic was a lot easier to achieve than I thought. So, pull up advanced ELAC. There we go. So, to this, we could use either Duraplast sheets or plastic sheets. Went with plastic sheets because the recipe is actually surprisingly simple. So initially I kind of saw this and thought this was all to it, but there's actually another page here. And though it looks similar, it is not. So this one just uses raw biopolymer and water to make one sheet. Now this makes two sheets and could be potentially more efficient, but this requires an entire process that I'm not quite prepared to make. And like, this isn't too bad, especially when you realize that this is just packed wheat. Packed wheat mixed with water. So, like, for wheat and some water, net you plastic. Absurdly cheap, absurdly easy. Now I had to build this thing to actually get to the point where I could make. Where did I put it? I put it over here. Put the center here. Yes, and on the other side of the thing here is the fluid addition, so it is able to interact with fluids, and wow, that sounds kind of going crazy. Maybe I'll turn that off for now. I generally like to have that because it kind of gives you a visual indicator of where a sound came from. Like, you can kind of see strong little arrows to show where the sounds are coming from. And that can help you find things. Where is it? It's here, right? Yeah, here we go. Turn that off. Anyway, so added those two machines, and I went and looked at the village down here, and to my surprise, they had not one, not two, but three immersive engineering buildings. And I was able to actually find two special bullet blueprints. So I have used one of them to set up Wolf, the Wolf Pack shells, which, as you can see, the thing is currently making. I've set it up to maintain 6 stacks of Wolf Packs. Hopefully that'll be pretty good. And admittedly, this is kind of fun to watch. So, after all that, I started looking into the RS Nova Wilden ritual thing, and I realized I did not have enough Wilden parts to actually complete the 5 rituals that I needed. So, I had to go find some Wildens and harvest their parts. Now, fighting them out in the wild is not necessarily a good idea, so I was going to capture them in these things, the mob imprisonment tools, so that I could actually bring them back to my base and duplicate them and get all the parts that I need. And I didn't know where any of the dens were, so I figured the place to start would be the one with wings. I can't remember what it's called, because according to my memory, it spawns in underground. So I spent a couple hours just flying through caves to try to find the stupid thing. Had no luck whatsoever. So I looked up online, and apparently it's been changed since last time I played this. And now they all spawn in dens. Before it was just like the wolf ones that spawned in dens. The spiky bear ones would spawn in just cold environments, and the ones with wings would spawn deep underground in caves. That's not the case anymore. Now they all spawn in dens. So began the hunt for the dens. When I spent like probably a good couple of hours just looking around for dens. I was trying to find trying trying to find a forest with a freaking den or an ice biome with a freaking den. Now went into creative and verified that one, the dens do in fact spawn in, and two, they actually on the minimap have this very distinctive yellow pattern that makes it rather obvious that you've found a den. But alas, I was not able to find one just flying around. Now, going online, there's apparently a compass, an explorer's compass. Oh, there it was. An explorer's compass that actually shows you where natural structures are generated. So kind of like the structure locate ritual, but you can actually pick which den you find with it, and it's actually what I used in the creative world to find one. But the recipe is kind of interesting. Now, these parts aren't really the problem. Like, and the netherite ingot, I've got plenty of netherite at this point. Indium ingots or indium gears, pretty easy to actually get a hold of. Now, the issue is the recovery compass in the center, because that requires 8 echo shards, which I believe you get for killing the warden. So I need to kill the warden to find the dens to make the parts for of armor that I need, or the armor upgrade parts. Yeah, that I need to kill the warden. We got a bit of circular thing going on there, but I actually where'd that come from? All right, well, whatever. I'll just pass it on. Um, but I actually explored so much and found so many different chests that I actually got enough parts with just from chests. Now, you'll notice in my inventory that I actually only have 2 tablets of Summon Wild. And that is because after I realized I have sufficient parts at this point, I went and did some investigating into the RS Nova armor. Okay, so the various pieces here. Now, so you have your upgrades here. Now, interesting. It kind of actually shows tier 1 going from tier 2, and then over here, oh no, it actually shows tier 2 going to tier 3. Okay, most of the sources that I find seem to indicate that tier 1 can just jump straight to that. Like, I think that's actually even what's in here. Armor upgrades. Yeah, so like this is to bring tier 1 to tier 2, and this is also, well, this here is to bring a tier 1 to a tier 3, which is kind of interesting. It's like, can you skip tiers? I did some experimentation in creative and discovered no, you cannot. Even though the document seems to suggest that you can, you actually cannot. But then there's the tier 4 upgrades. So, like the Pyromancer stuff here. This here, the Mark of Mastery, is what I need the Wilden Tribute for. But it makes 5 of them. I thought it only made 1. So I actually just need 2 of these things, one for the book and one for a full set of armor. All right. Now, let's grab 2 of each of these because that's what we need. Um, yeah, we'll cover the armor after the Chimera fight. The armor gets a little interesting as well. Okay, so I've set up the Chimera fight already over here, and something I hadn't quite realized about the frog lights here is they are rather unpleasant to look at. Like, that is just almost pure white there. Like, it's like going from dark mode to light mode. It's not great. All right, anyway, so I've set up this fight here. We have 6 turrets, each with a stack of wolf pack. Just turn them on. Well, I didn't even realize they make a sort of weird sloshing sound as you walk over them. That's not great either. Okay, so for this fight, I have a revolver full of pack hounds with an extended magazine and also a shock thing. You should kind of see on the barrel there. And 3 speed loaders. I do not know how much damage these things are going to do. So this fight is either going to be horrifically difficult or comically simple. There's not going to be any in between. So let's just get this going. Do I need to have an empty hand? I do. Okay. Yes, armor is awesome. Man, I'm not even doing anything. Okay, well. Did I even fire off a shot? Oh, it looks like I fired off 4 shots at least. And it looks like, oh wow, did we go through half stack each? Oh, that's not great. That was weird. Why can't I shift click these things out now? Okay. Take a moment to reload before I get into that again. These turrets do not like shift clicking. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I just realized we only have 1 more fight. I probably don't even need to be reloading these things. But oh well, I did so anyway, and you can't stop me. Okay. Eventually I'm going to have this fight completely automated. But for now, I have to do it this way. Wow, those things actually do pretty decent damage. Seems like it's invulnerable for some of its phases. Sweet, okay. The amount of precautions I took was completely unnecessary for this. Actually, can I just... That's not my pick. Can I just pick these things up and take out the ammo that way? Yes, I can. Okay. Okay. I was afraid these turrets would not be that great, even with amazing ammo. I went and tested them a little bit in the creative, and I found that the results to be a little bit, leave a little bit to be desired, but they seem to have worked out reasonably well here. Wait, why didn't these stack? Huh. Well, and I didn't fire off a... Well, I did fire off a shot the first time, but I didn't bother the second time. Seriously, why aren't these stacked? No, they stack when they're cleared. Alright, whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. I just don't need that on my person. Alright, time to look at armor. So the Ars Nova armor kind of does some weird things. So they make a big deal about the different tiers, but it ultimately does not matter because when they go to tier 4, they're going to have the same stats regardless of what you started with. And then when you go to tier 5, they once again converge, and it doesn't even matter which tier 4 you picked out. So, that's oodles of fun. I think I'm just going to go with the helmet, leggings, and robes. I'm going to keep the free runner boots for now, even though they're not very well armored. Well, maybe... Mainly I just want it because it eliminates fall damage, but maybe there's like a thread or something like that that I can apply to the boots that'll do that for me. Applying threads, alteration table. Do we not have information on the threads? Oh, I guess that'd be over here. Feather increases amount of fall damage taken by a percentage. Kind of, but it doesn't completely eliminate fall damage. Flight. Grants creative flight must be equipped in a slot of at least level 4. I got the jetpack. What is slow power? That sounds interesting. Okay, it's for like it's not for the armor. Okay, well, whatever. So what we want to do is essentially create this thing. So basically armor surrounded by that. Okay. Iron iron helmet, iron armor, iron leggings. Uh, what is the stuff called again? Mage Bloom Fiber. Mage. Okay, I need. Oop, damn it. Not quite what I meant to do. Need to set this up so it. Oh, okay. It's just that. Oop, 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 oop. Whoa. Bad movements all around. Okay. So, I don't know, just say 12. Actually, I just get the stuff for the other things. So, Blaze. Just grab a stack of that. Ender pearls. Grab blocks. Horse. Can't remember. Does it need to be? No, it doesn't need to be cooked. Okay. Grab a stack of that. Uh, hopper. Give me 2 more hoppers. Okay. Let's try that again. Nope. Where'd that go? Oh, it's still there. Okay, and actually, wait, no, that was wrong. What are you doing there? That's interesting. I didn't know that would happen. Okay, that would explain what happened to the hopper last time. You know, I need to fight it up by 4, not 3. Okay, and now I have the volume at for the game at 30%, and still those Endermen are super loud. Okay, so um, yeah, a little tier 2 upgrade. Oh, right. This didn't disappear and it confused me for a minute. It's because I have hoppers pushing more in. Okay. Okay, now to figure out the tier 4 upgrades. Just toss one of those in there. Okay, so the tier 4. We need a whole bunch of these essence things. So I think I might have most of these on hand, but I don't think I have this one. That actually looks like it would not be too difficult to achieve. Alright, so uh, Ars Essence. I don't have as many of these things on hand as I had initially thought. Maybe we should automate making more of those things. Do these things have durability? They probably do. Okay. Whatever, they'll use it as soon as we get to tier 5. Shouldn't be an issue. Okay, so Ars Essence. So it looks like we probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different essences. And because of their arrangement, they're all pretty much like going to be single recipe machines. Hmm. Well, 14. How many Bumet chambers am I going to need? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, so 3 for those ones. Pretty much all the ones added by RS Nova itself needs 3. RS Elementary needs 2. You know, maybe we won't worry about the RS Elementary ones just yet. Um, what is that stuff called? Oh, what are those gems called? My brain just kind of stopped working. Okay, you know, here's how we can do that. Uh, oh, here we go. Amethyst, that's what it's called. Okay. Looks like we don't actually have a whole lot of amethyst. Now, because these are single recipe things, do I want to set up the create system for it? I mean, it definitely does have its advantages. got a fair amount of space here as well. I could probably take advantage of that, but of course that would mean need to modify the existing to create system to actually reach it. Get up there. I don't know, but why? But I feel like my ability to maneuver for this jetpack in this version is a lot less than previous ones. I don't know if that just means that I'm terrible at flying, terrible at remembering, or if there's a legit like issue with this. Like I can't freaking land on things. Come on, that's a 3x3 space. I should. There we go. So what was I saying? Yeah, so yes. Well, so we're gonna need a few things here. Yeah, I wonder if there's a way to manipulate the order in which items are received when they're packed like this in the create system. So you can like always guarantee that a particular item is the first one that's actually like delivered to the system. That would have some interesting possibilities in the future if that could be done. But not something I should be thinking about right now, honestly. Will that need to be there like that? Oh, that's blocking off there. Hmm. Maybe something with it coming out from here and going over to here. I would clear up, I'd free up this whole space here. Oh, I finally broke down and made an old Modium axe. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this off. It's annoying when I'm trying to build. Hmm. You know, if I... Oh, wait, no, there's an... Actually... No, I don't like that. Never mind. Oh, that's interesting. Connects to... Oh, I thought that was a gear. Or a gearbox. It is, in fact, not. It's interesting that it connects the laser things, but I guess they technically do have an inventory where they store the cards. Okay, that's that rerouted, so now I have this whole space here. Though I can't really go modifying the chain system while this is doing things. I suppose I don't really need it to maintain 6 stacks of pack-hound cartridges at the moment. So let's just bring this down to 1. That should stop it from manufacturing things for the most part. Well, it will still manufacture homing and shells. Maybe I'll disable them as well. Completely disable shell production. Or I guess those are cartridges, not shells. Whatever. Can't land on 3x3 space again. Okay. Now, unfortunately, by moving that, I'll have to redo the frog things. Hmm. Eight. Grab some more of these. Chain. I really wish it wasn't so easy to press the caps lock button on my laptop here. But it is, and it's annoying. Okay, so that looks like it's 2 blocks taller. I'll move that up. Alright, so what Y level is this thing at? 71, so I need to build a tower up to 70. Right here. And then place the thing. That should do that. Oh, right. Okay. Saw that and it really confused me for a second there. Okie dokie. Alright. A way to, like, set these things without having to pick them up. Doesn't really look like it. Needs they reach. Just kind of worried they might not. I think that was all of them here. Nice. Okay, so that leaves the question, how am I going to set this up with that? To wind up with a ton of small stations, and they probably aren't going to be able to reach this chain, so raising might not have actually been a good idea. I stop and think about that little plan. Actually, it'd be possible to kind of multi-level this. Yeah, let's build a prototype before I start doing fancy things. All right, so already have a bunch of that. Let's just make 10 of these for now. Obviously going to need more than that later on, but that'll be good for the moment. Good number to start off with. Okay, so I'm just going to need frog ports and packers. Let's go 5 of these for now and 5 packers. And give me 10 of these for now. Okay, good. Okay, so for starters, how far can we reach? Not all the way down to here. That is not surprising at all. And we reach. No, we cannot reach that far. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That is fine. Okay, so I don't think Packers can go down is the thing. So if I like plop this down, I don't think I can put the Packer on top of it. I can, in fact, put the Packer on top of it. Holy shit. Okay. That is a little bit of a game changer. But I don't know. I do not know. I kind of actually want to be able to stack these things. So having them on like that, well, it kind of sort of could work, but there's gonna be some issues. So kind of what I'm thinking of is maybe run a chain between them, have them kind of like this, so there's like a chain. Might even be too close together like this. So like this, have like a chain like here-ish. And then be able to do that. Um, of course, then we have issues of being able pipe items out of it. Like it has one inventory space, and the only way to tell the difference between a completed item and an in-process item is using a filter of some sort. So we're going to have to use pipes with upgrades. Also, we can probably stack them kind of close together like this. So this. I can put the materials that they need like on one side. Since it has to be directly touching, this would allow me to kind of densely pack them a bit. Is it possible to put like have like two of these kind of on different levels but connected to the same direction? Or do I need to come up with like a workaround here? Indeed I can. Okay, that's going to be helpful. Okay, okay. Oop, not there. Okay. That's what? That's 8 of them. Okay. Brain couldn't math for a minute there. Yes. So this come over here and down those ones. Kind of hit an issue here with this machine. Maybe we can just move things back over, like 1 or 2. So to be able to use that, it would need to be here, so we need to move things over 2 blocks. Would that cause issues? Kinda, yeah. What is in this box? Okay. Well, alternatively, we just don't build out over here. We don't need to build out that far, I don't think. We can probably stack things up. Yeah, so we'll just do that. We'll just stack things here. All right, all right, all right. So next question then is how do we pipe things out? Well, do is I put the packers like on the front here. And then we have our frogs kind of here-ish. And then I can connect a pipe to the backs. Having it connect to the backs would allow me to stack them, so we can have block here. What happens if a packer is placed? Okay, so that's just kind of what that looks like normally. Okay, so probably can't put packers on top of things, which means this should actually be okay. No, never mind. That changed to indicate a downward type direction. So, well, we've got space. We've got space to work with. I can just kind of do something like this, something like this. Chamber thing here. Packer. Another frog. Yeah, that kind of works. And then I can run the pipe here. Okay, I think we have a plan here. Hmm. Let's see. Should be able to put that there. And that there. That was down here. That was down here. Chain between them. Okay, and the frogs should be able to use that. I should be able to wait. Okay. Doesn't quite line up with everything, but I don't really like the root of this thing. Can I just kind of willy-nilly stick one of these like right in the line here? Does not look like I can. Unless, wait. No, it's not connected. Oh, kind of fell off for a second there. I can just get rid of this trash now. Garbaggio. Okay. So, about here. This does mean I'm going to need to reset all those frogs again. Well, That's annoying, but we're gonna have another grouping of them anyway. Just slightly higher up. On this level. Okay. That's 2 up, it looks like. Yeah, 2 up. Actually, I should probably keep the stylish pillar there. Just for looks. There we go. I mean, the route that the items are going to have to take to actually get processed is less than ideal, but it should be fine, maybe. Maybe it should be fine. I have to go redo all these frogs again. Wait a minute. Oh, I accidentally hit that. Oh no! That's right, I raised it. That's what happened to that. There we are. Oh, apparently it was trying to make things while I was doing that. Which is probably going to be really bad because... What the heck? That was weird. Wait, what? Why is it making mechanisms? Did I misname that? It should have all the mechanisms that it needs already. It does, in fact, not. That's a little weird. But I'm gonna try something here. Let's see. Oh, do indeed have durability on the armor. That's annoying. That's not what I wanted to do. Come on, homing ammo over there. Where to plug at? There we are. Okay, and now the redstone torch, or not a redstone torch, but a lever. Where the hell are my levers? Screw it. Other way. A shots not ideal. Probably more have spawned in. Okay. So I think where I'm working is probably a better spot for this thing here. Alright, can't just do that. Oop. Oh, wait, did it actually remember the settings I gave it? It did. Interesting. Okie dokie. So, what was I doing? Things and stuff. Stuff and things. Okay. So I need 10 more frog ports and packers. I already had that in there. Didn't need to delete that. I'm also going to need a bunch of things here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 3, that'd be what, 28? Minus 10 I already had, so 18? Now, there might be ones that share like recipes, and it might be more efficient to like try to get them to share components, but at least for the construction phase here, I'm not going to worry about that too much. Yeah, I'm going to make a slight modification here now that we've kind of messed with that. I don't need to have this disabled. Maintain 1 stack of shells. And 1 stack of homing. Probably a good thing since I'm doing this instead of sleeping. Also, just kick out the cartridges. Spent casings, whatever they're called. Okay, so oops. Let's see, so ones used most frequently should probably be on top. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I thought there was a little bit more space here than there actually is. All right, well that's fine. That's fine. It's just gonna bother me a little bit. Maybe I should move this closer to kind of match. I could move this over by one, but that'd mean I have to go through and reset those frogs yet again. Hmm. Well, really don't want to do that while it's actually moving things. Where are they? Oh, this is not create, this is arse. That's why I couldn't find the things. Okay. So I'm going to destroy this link and destroy this link. I have a third one down below that'll kind of keep the network in existence and linked up, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. But that'll stop it from trying to construct things while I'm working on this. And I am also going to take this to kind of pop this here. Connect this here because this little inefficiency has been driving me nuts and I don't know why I haven't bothered to fix it before now. There we go. That way things won't have to go all the way over to there and back again, just go that way. Okay, and apparently I can't just put it there. Of course not. Oops. I don't know why I put a second one down. Some reason my brain really wanted to do that. And so it did. All right, and you be like this. I'll just leave the turf. That's an item port. Okay, okay. I thought they only had one item port that you'd have to both import and export items out of, leaving pretty much enter IO conduits as the only way, but there's one on the bottom. Okay, that simplifies things. Oh, right, okay. Oh, it did connect. Okay. I just didn't hear it. No, it didn't connect. Why didn't it connect? There we go. Okay, so that would be just one space now. Belt. No, no, that's belt going over it. Okay, so right here. That there, that there. That there, that there. Wait, that feels way too close now. What the hell? Did I oopsie it again? Okay, how did I mess this up? So I wanted to move it over by one, right? Okay, that has it going over it. Yeah, that doesn't quite look right. Well, what I could do is have the chains going one block higher. That might look better. And would also mean that I don't have to reposition everything. Well, I never did reset these. Probably not a good idea to. Oh, right, I disabled it. Never mind. Never mind. We're good. We're good. Uh, Okay, chains. All right. That seems okay. And then I can packager here. Oop, packager here. Frog here. All right, all right, all right. And then kind of this here-ish. That doesn't look particularly great. I suppose I could probably replace it with like a slab. That would probably be all right then. Like that there. Hacker here. Frog here. I don't think there's going to be any way I'm going to get this to look right. So that's probably fine. Okie dokie. Oh, right, right, right. So how exactly did this happen? Like, I feel like I had it good the first time, but then turned out I didn't, and now I moved it closer one, which should have made it look good, but somehow it still doesn't. Like, okay, so put it kind of back to how I originally had it. So that was there. We had like a pedestal thing. There they are. Okay, so I had a pedestal thing like here in the front. I would give it exactly 3 apart. Okay. So I was correct the first time. Okay. It just didn't look right. Oop, oop, not quite what I meant to do. Nope, let go. Okay, so that there, and then everything needs to be placed to line up with it. Yes, okay. Gosh darn it. Okay, so now... Okay, that should be perfect now. I guess maybe what threw me off was I didn't have the pedestals down or something. Maybe, I don't know. I might have more chambers than that. Did they wind up in here? Okay, so we got 4, 5, plus the 5 in my inventory. That'd be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, no, we're good. They're all accounted for. Okay. Okay, so yep. All right. No, I should probably actually have most of them up on the top there. Alright, so let's see. Item coming in from here would have to go there, there, and then there, which means I'll snag this one here. Okay. And surprisingly enough, I need more brick. Well, actually, should probably be like that, actually. Wait. Oh, that's not where it should be. Brick. Okay. So, that it's not outputting to be pedestals. That would be a nightmare to work with. Okay, so which one is material going to go past first? Because that should probably be the base one that gets used the most. It looks like it would probably be this one over here. Okay, so what should this be called? Source gem. Source jam. Oh, that reminds me, I'm going to need to get this thing hooked up to source. Well, I mean, technically for now, they'll be able to run off ambient source, so it should work just fine. Okay, let's see. I need something like 15 iron upgrades. That's 3. It's 12. Not 212, just 12. Okay, and then good, we have clear shot that way. I should probably check my ammo levels of this. It's been a couple of nights. 11 shots. Yeah, that needs more. Good, we have more. Oop. Okay. Pipe stuff. Alright. Okay, and each one of these is gonna need upgrade. Just because they need to be able to filter things. Alrighty then. Yeah, let's go reset the frogs over here, that I can reconnect the network. That was saw, right? Yeah, that was saw. Okay, and now we'll take these two, right like that. Okay, cool. That change worked. Alrighty then. Now I need this thing. Oop, that's the wrong button. Oh, interesting. We don't have any pulp. Keep a stack of amethyst. Oh, I see. It's over there. Okay. I'm just going to go over to... There. Okay. Alright, so we have amethyst and that. So, amethyst. There it is. Source gem, actually. Okay, so... configure that, because that's where that's going to live now. Source gem. Oh, right. I completely forgot. I need to set the filter. It's over here. Yeah, I don't think I can set the thing in my inventory, can I? If I take it, I click on it. No, I cannot. It has to be in the pipe. Okay, submit that. Take out source gem. Okay, and let's see. I should be able to kind of just do this sort of a thing here. Alrighty then. I need to do this down back here. Okay, so alright, yeah, okay, so that goes to there. Just this to 5 minutes. 1-to-1. Source gem. Actually, the fact that it has a whole bunch in it is kind of detrimental to the test. Okay, so keep a stack. Just put stuff in here. Oh, that's interesting. So I can store stuff. Okay, that's good to know. Uh, do I not happen to have any spare source jars here? I do not. Alright, well that's wrong one. Where did that source jar go? Right there, okay. Alright. I just heard a fan kick on and I thought it was my computer here, but it's not. It's somebody else's. That's actually pretty neat. I didn't know the frog port would hold on to stuff. I thought it would just be kind of on the chains for a time, but that does not appear to be the case. Okay, well, I'd say that is a reasonably successful test, and they're already starting to show up. So, there we go. So that brings up the next issue, source. I could use another ender jar, but I would rather get away from ender jars for at least inside the base. It kind of makes more sense, at least to me, to use like relays and not like ender jars. I don't know, just ender jars feel a little cheaty. So get few relays. Go ahead and give me 9 more. Hmm. Alright, need a splitter. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so we need splitter, or not redstone, quartz, and lapis. Uh, quartz and lapis. Game is wildly off today. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hmm. I think I'm gonna want to raise this up. Splitter here between them. Those are on top of that. Which means I need the domination wand. Where is that wand at? There it is. Okay, nope, nope. It's not that one. Inventory getting a little full here. What was I looking for again? Right, shrinking thing. Okay, where did I put that thing? Should be the center one? What? Yeah, so it's like right in the center. It should be just right here. Oh, 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 oh. Right, right, right. I forgot. There it is. Okay, okay. And then there we go. Okay. And then from there to the splitter. Or I guess no, I did the other way around. And then the splitter goes down to there. Okay, I clearly messed up. So that to there. Sending to there. Okay, yes. And then this to here. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Oh, hello. Only just saw your message. Luckily, it's only been like 5 minutes, so it hasn't been too long. All right, all right. Now we need to get down below. Splitter. What are we got here? 118. Okay, so 18. So right about here-ish, maybe. It's hard to tell with all the drift going on. Nope, nope. Alright, I'm just not going to be able to do it like this. I need to actually build like something to stand on. Of course, the question is, can I get onto it? Ah, right, forgot that I had the shrink thing enabled. Actually, that's probably fine. Not that way. This way, so right here. Okay, cool, cool. Range that under here. Okay, so unshrink thyself. Okay, where do we need to go? We need to go over this way. Uh, how far is 30 blocks? Say over to here, that's 28. It's 28, 29, so it's probably going to be like right under here. Um, I'm just going to do this. Oop. That wand again. Okay. Where should I put the other one? Uh, kind of thinking like right under that block. Perfect. Okay. And now I need a depositor. Oh, I just happen to have that exact number on me. Okay, so just take a couple of bricks down here. Actually, depositor right here. And link them up. kind of what I had in mind. Let's see. Not if I put a source gem on or source jar on top of every single one, might not be bad. Perfect. Okay, so that would mean I need 14 more source jars. There we go. There we go. Okay, and that should slowly fill them all up. Okie dokie. And now for essences. Actually, we're probably going to need to capacity upgrade for this. Yeah, I won't worry about it for the moment. Okay, so first essence, let's get this. So let's be bucket of milk and sugar. I just happen to have one. Bucket. Oh, interesting. And sugar. Yes. Oh, I forgot I need to go put that back. That's gonna cause a problem if I forget. Okie dokie. And see, cow. That's interesting. Mushroom. Oh, here's that one that turned brown for some reason. Okay. Pedestals, pedestals, pedestals. There they are. Milk. Sugar. What was this for? Oh, okay. I'm just gonna call it ABJ essence. Ooh, okay, no, that's, well, no, that isn't correct at all. There we go. Okay. Frog. There. Oh, interesting. If I shift click, it doesn't give me the option to do this. A, B, J, S. Actually, I have it right here. Nah, we'll just stick with A, B, J, S. That'll work. We have to retype that in later anyway, so might as well. Okay. Actually, what essences do we already have? I just happen to have one of those. Okay. All them in. Figure. Okay. Now we need one of these. Boop. Maybe I should move that. I have the source gem on me though. Alright, well, whatever. Just do this. Let's try that again. Can I do this? I can. Okay. That changes things a little bit. Source gem. Obtain a stackodat. Okay, and this will be that. Just source gems. A, B, J, S. I don't remember setting that, but I guess I did. All right. Let's say maintain 8 of these. So I should make sure that's actually working. Oh, I forgot. Assets. Submit. Okay. Whoops. Oopie doots. Okay, so let's forget all that it tried to send before, because they got pulled out immediately. All right, awesome. And I'm out of pedestals. That's fine. Okay, so next essence on the list is probably conjuration. But I need more water, so I will be right back. Back, and after thinking about it a little bit, this is probably boring as shit and should probably be done off stream. Basically, I'm just going to kind of do the exact same thing with the other essences, uh, with very little in the way of variation between them. And I don't think it'll be all that interesting to actually watch. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Probably continue this again tomorrow. I will hopefully have all the essences automated by then. So thank you for watching. Have a good evening, or I guess since it's afternoon, good morning. I mean, not afternoon, after midnight, good morning. whatever the case may be.